right? Because you have the Diggy. The Diggy is good against crowd control, but the Diggy isn't good against damage, man. And Kyrie's bringing in the damage.
They're going to be locked up by the final slash.
Look at that, look at that, look at this screen. We're jumping in. We're finally, officially getting into the first game of MSC 2023 Burnex Flash against ONIC from Indonesia.
A full best of 3. It's going to start here, and we can see exactly how things are going to go out. Just a little bit of a taste on the emblems as well as the battle spells. Does anything stand out to you here?
Nothing stands out for now, right? Everything is just pretty standard right now. Hiboy also still with the tenacity as a roamer. Boots with a normal average as you do take on the Uranus. So what I want to see right now is ONIC. How do they utilize the mid control?
Look at the gold lane, man. I'm looking at the gold lane right now. CW is getting pressured just a little bit, and that's kind of the lane that you'll see once you see a Diggy. But so far, looking at the trade of HPs, it looks like CW is doing quite well, even though going up against the carry Diggy combo.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned earlier, right? You know, Beatrix does better against the carry, is going to be able to bully the carry, but that Diggy will help Donut win this lane. And in terms of in-game equipment, you can really see the respect from Donut, knowing that this is a losing matchup. He has to go for those steel leg plates up against Assassin as well.
And now Keyboy is giving backup as well. And like I said, maybe the teams want to switch it up and they actually want to give more attention towards the gold lane. So far, that's what we're seeing. By the way, everyone watching, welcome to MSC 2023. This is the redemption code for you guys. Make sure you guys grab it for yourselves.
Yeah, don't forget to redeem it, guys, because I'm going to redeem it right now as well. So we're kind of in a little battle, but in the top side.
Looks like Boots taking quite a lot of damage, but this is a Uranus. Even though he's taking the damage, he can heal it back up, probably having 20 stacks right now, so he'll be fine. The Turtle will be spawning up soon.
Yeah, this is actually very interesting, Lafel. The fact, and Adriana, the fact that ONIC are actually playing towards the gold lane. We mentioned so many times that CW is probably the best weak side gold laner in Indonesia, but right now, he's actually getting played onto much, except for obviously the Turtle here, where you can already see a little bit of a transition over to the top, but I don't like this too much for ONIC. Burnex Flash at complete control.
Yeah, they're starting the Turtle, Boots, Sans, as well as Keyboy is here. ATM still secures the Turtle, missed Retribution, but almost doesn't matter.
Oh man, that was super close. Oh man,
but
the
here,
setup was beautiful.
Look at the gold lane, Kyrie goes in, not enough damage. D7 with the ult, with the additional shield, was able to survive.
Still unable to take him down for the moment, but in the top side, once again, a lot of trades are just happening.
The thing that's crazy right now is the fact that ATM has a level advantage against Boots, and this shows how oppressive Chama can be with this Lancelot, actually preventing Boots from last hitting the EXP minion. But now Kari as well as Sans is at top. The Lancelot should be okay. No crowd control to really stop him.
Yeah, see, the thing is, with Burnex Flash's composition, with the Lancelot as well, you would think that he would have a level advantage, especially after the Turtle. But Kyrie, somehow, someway, with the high and dry, is still able to keep that lead up. And if he gets that mid-game power spike faster than Lancelot, say he gets that Heptases and the Hunter Strike at the right time here to burst Burnex Flash down before they have any defensive items, it is going to be very, very tough for Burnex Flash to deal with it.
Yeah, they need to save more time, give more time to their team, especially that Donut here needs a little bit more time than CW. But what I find very interesting is that CW, he's a level below Donut here in the 3rd minute of the game, as we also now take a look at the in-game equipment.
That's what the Diggy does to your lane, man. It does seem that, CW is still able to find a little...
Keyboy here, extended a little bit too far, first blood for D7, Keyboy goes down. CW as well as Kyrie is still here.
Oh, Boots?
Boots doing very low, ATM gets the kill, 2 kills for Burnex Flash, and now Kyrie wants to go in. Kyrie wants to kill. Donut is surprisingly low, and it looks like Kyrie's not gonna get it for himself. Right now, ONIC, even the minion is down, they can't push. Sans has to flicker away.
They're being overwhelmed right now. ONIC are losing on all fronts. It's happening again, Lofel. And on top of that, they're going to be able to take the Turtle.
Right now, looking at this Keyboy 1v1ing Chama. Chama level 7, Keyboy level 5, but this is a roamer. Chama wants to take that fight. And right now, looking at the gold, even though they have 2 kills and 2 turtles, only 1,000 gold lead. It's not as big as I thought they would get.
But I love how Burnex Flash is playing right now, right? Because usually they're very aggressive when they're given a roamer that can create those kinds of situations happen. But they're on a Diggy who is, quote-unquote, a little bit more passive than something as crazy as an Atlas. But even then, they're still able to make it work. Like you mentioned, 1,000 gold leads so far. They haven't been able, they're not allowing ONIC to get any of the resources in all the lanes.
It's like Burnex Flash is just staying true to what Burnex Flash was able to do in MPL Cambodia. Meanwhile, for ONIC, they're experimenting a whole lot, and we'll see how this transitions into the mid game, because so far it isn't looking too hot, but Boots is doing pretty well here in the XP lane despite getting picked off, and this is again that mid game power spike that we need to talk about for ONIC. Burnex Flash have that early game, they were able to get it. San's gonna get bursted by a bit.
Yeah, right now he has to use his all in. D7 is so low. CW gets the kill. Donut tries to run away. Keyboy stuns him down. Kyrie uses a retribution, but Sans secures the kill. And right now, ONIC, now they have a small lead in terms of gold, and they managed to take down the turret.
All right, things are going in a different direction now. Jima, though.
Jima goes in. He wants Keyboy, and Keyboy moves around. He was able to dodge it and able to get away. Right now, ONIC and Burnex Flash, it looks like they're testing the waters, making sure that, okay, how much damage can you deal? How much damage can I deal?
Looking at the compositions here, and especially for the in-game equipment with 100 Strike equipped, it does seem like, again, for Kyrie, he still wants to stick to that Heptases. He wants to go for the Heptases first here to deal some more damage. Wants to go for those assassination plays, and again, it's that mid-game power spike that we were talking about. For ONIC, this is the time where they can actually contest for some turtles, and you can already see a very creative lane swap or rotation from ONIC all the way, 5-man top.
Oh.
Kyrie goes to the backside, finds Donut. Donut is so low, but Kyrie able to run away. Chuma as well as ATM front lining for the team. Real manipulation for both teams. But look at Zcat. Zcat is so low. Chuma gets the kill onto Boots. And right now, Kyrie is looking at the turtle. Who is Chuma? Gets the turtle. And now Kyrie tries to run away. He managed to get D7 off the back of it. Zcat gets the kill again. Zcat now is at the front. Keyboy, double kill for Zcat. And now CW has been zoned away. The fight is over. An advantage for Burnex Flash.
This is a disaster for the Yellow Porcupines. They lost almost all their members, and they had to give the neutral objective away to Burnex Flash. What is going on? What are ONIC doing?
Say, they could stay calm earlier, but now is where they need to be concerned. They lost a mid-game power spike fight for themselves. Kyrie missing the retry, a few missed mechanics happening throughout the team fight here, and you can see just that positioning was not enough. Keyboy wasn't zoning anyone away from the turtle, and there's a lot of miscommunications happening from ONIC that gave Burnex Flash such a massive edge. Not also to point out that Donut was just mechanically sound in that skirmish.
I gotta say as well, man, D7 is taking care of Donut so well because he's always front lining, making sure that he absorbs the shadow coming out of Hayabusa. And looking at the items as well, having the dominance eye in the early stages of the game, it looks like just having that makes it so that you're tanky enough to deal with a Hayabusa that has a 100 Strike.
Seems like here, he actually maneuvered away from the Heptases. He's going for a BOD, I believe. Kyrie is going full damage here, and he's trying to just, I feel like, bank on the fact, double down that he can try to kill Donut. He has to be careful though, because Burnex Flash in the mid game now, they're always going to be grouped up. It's never going to be Donut alone.
So right now, very simple question. If both teams scale up, who has the advantage here?
Oh, I would actually say it's Burnex Flash, because obviously for ONIC, they do have damage, but Burnex Flash can bait out a lot more resources from ONIC than ONIC can from Burnex Flash. The only thing that ONIC can bait out is probably that time journey, right? Meanwhile, for Burnex Flash, they go for one good engage, they catch one good member, and ONIC's comp will have to retaliate with a full all-in. They need to go in, or they're gonna get poked down and they're going to fall.
Let's see, right? You can see that the Lord has already spawned here in the Land of Dawn. Burnex Flash, they're going to try and set up for it first, but remember the top lane is going to be pushing for Boots, so that definitely is something that BXF need to take care of. They need to be understanding of the presence of the map, but here we go. Are they going to go for a pickoff?
We're actually looking at the bottom side because Boots here was able to actually steal away the purple buff. And now, again, this is where the arena starts to get online, where you can spam all your skills.
Exactly.
Real manipulation used by CCAP, but unable to take down CW.
ONIC are still actually holding on to the gold lead despite losing that mid-game skirmish, and this just goes to show how efficient they are at farming. CW, Sans, and Kyrie, they're able to still withstand and actually have an equal level with a good shot from CW. Also, that poke will definitely help them in the fights to come. They need to target it properly though, because ATM and Chama can just soak in this damage and come back, sustain, and force a full-on team fight.
And on top of that, right, we're talking about not just the way that they're able to be efficient in the jungle, but the fact that they have more map presence. Because of the Uranus, Boots is going to be able to move around the map a lot quicker, put some pressure on those side lanes, and actually prevent a setup coming in from Burnex Flash. And you can see, ATM
getting targeted. Final slash has been used, but Keyboy is the one that's low. CW secures kill. Tremont gets Keyboy down. Sans is down as well. Boots is taking full damage from Donut. He has to run away. Kyrie goes in. Gets the shadow on one of the members of Burnex Flash. CCAT tries to get CW, but CW so far has been positioning well. Right now, the Lord has been started by Burnex Flash. Kyrie is looking at the team. Boots taking a lot of damage. He goes down. Mega kill for Chama and CCAT. CW killing spree. Kyrie wants the revenge, but look at CCAT. He's still alive. The members helping him out. Kyrie gets caught. Donut gets the kill. Burnex Flash secures the Lord.
No way did that just happen. What? All 5 members coming from ONIC, they go down. That was a brilliant team fight by Burnex
Listen to the crowd.
C7 was insane mechanically there as well. Really good cover onto Donut. And do we have to mention CCAT?
Burnex Flash and the Cambodian crowd are starting to erupt here in the Aeon Arena. And LaFell back at it again. If we try to analyze what happened in that team fight, it was mostly just ONIC going in one by one, overcommitting, not using their flickers. And even for Kyrie, the most uncharacteristic I've ever seen from Kyrie, miscalculating the shadow kill to a point where his quad shadow disappeared right after the shadow kill is done.
And that's an instant 4,000
I haven't seen that ever for this man.
That's why. Nerves getting to him. What's going on with ONIC once again? But you can see here, the Lord is going to be marching in that mid side. Luckily, ONIC does still have the high ground, still going to be able to clear. But Keyboy, do they want to go for it?
Keyboy final slashes, but Boots tries to pull everyone away. ATM frontlining for Burnex Flash, and he's able to run away. Keyboy actually a pretty good engage, getting 2, but looks like the damage is still not enough for ONIC. Just now, the goal difference, not that different now. It's a 4K difference for Burnex Flash.
And it's reflected here in the itemization. For the in-game equipment, you can already see Lancelot is going for that War Axe and Thunderbell, so a little bit more of an aggressive route here. And meanwhile, for Donut, this is exactly what you want to do up against an assassin as well. You finish up the corrosion side, go to the golden staff. Usually you would go for the DHS, but the opposite go for Wind of Nature.
I want to talk about Dreadnought as well. 2 Dreadnoughts, one on the Lancelot, one on the Fredrin, and a full-on anti-Cuirass on the Diggy. So we're talking about the itemization getting buffed. Looks like even Kyrie will get effective.
That's
Definitely.
it. That's what I was worried about, right? Because we saw the differences in damage from just even the Dreadnought only, and if you have the anti-Cuirass on top of it, it feels like that damage could have been negated, especially now that ONIC is under. They're not leading here, so they're not ahead at the moment, and you can actually see the disparity in damage, and Kyrie can't really pull off what he's usually accustomed to.
ONIC have been, honestly, it feels like they've been autopiloting. They've just been going for these 5v5s, and Burnex Flash are forcing it out of them. Meanwhile, ONIC, this composition should be built around split pushing. It should be built around the banana split that Coach Eb is notorious for.
Right now, looking at the situation, I kind of feel like ONIC, they're understanding that they're probably autopiloting as well, so they're trying to figure out, like, okay, what do we do here?
They're back on track.
They're buying their time. They're like, okay, let's farm up for a little bit. What items do you guys want? Once we get it, then we'll figure something out. Maybe fight the next Lord. But I kind of feel like the question is, how are they going to engage? Because so far, the engages is coming in from Keyboy, but he's not really getting those key targets. And as long as Burnex Flash is positioning well, it's not going to happen, man.
They're still opting to go for these big team fights, though. They're still trying to position in a way where they're grouped up. Boots hasn't really been able to be that threat in the side lane, but Keyboy goes in.
Yep, they want ATM first, but ATM as the Fredrin can take a lot of damage right now. Chama has a lot of stacks on his War Axe. And it looks like Sans has been faded out. ATM goes down. CW, what a beautiful snipe. But now, ONIC, they don't have that big ult. Burning Splash, do you want to go back in and try to contest this Lord?
Oh, it looks like they're kind of, you know, just levitating here, hovering. Oh, Sans.
Oh, Sans getting very, very low. D7 tries to catch him. But now Sans low. CW low. Kyrie is looking for a situation where he can go in. Chama tries to fight against Kyrie. Kyrie is super low. Unstoppable! Uncontested right now. Chama secures the Lord. And now C-Cat is looking at Keyboy. Do they want to force this fight? Looks like Burning Splash. They want to go for the safer route and actually reset and push with the Lord.
That was a risk that ONIC took that did not pay off for them in the end. Chima just... Did you see that decision making?
I would say it wasn't a risk that ONIC took. They were very well in the right zone to go for that Lord. They had a one-man advantage. It was a risk that Burn X Flash took. They turned the tides around so well, and you can see it again here. Firstly, it started with C-Cat with that beautiful real-world information that we're not going to get to see here, but that made the opening, that created the chance for Chama to actually dive in, because CW was nowhere to be seen. Sans was super low, and they are capitalizing.
Speaking of low, Boots is taking quite a lot of damage from Donut. CW almost gets to oh no, Chama gets him, and now real mobilization by C-Cat. Sans is zoned out. The Lord marches in. The top tower is in danger. Keyboy goes in, gets taunted, and looks like he's able to use the final slash, but he is all alone. Keyboy gets to get out. Only Sans, Boots, and Kyrie is alive. But look at Burn X Flash. They're looking at game number 1. They want to secure this. The Lord has been taken down. Ogi Shadow Kill not doing anything except clearing the minions. And now, with 1 minion left, Burn X Flash, you want to try to end this. Boots goes in. Chama is down. Shut down for Boots. Double kill. And now C-Cat gets Kyrie. The face way through.
Oh my god!
Maniac for Boots. Maniac in the first game of MSC 2023.
Wait, this could be it, this could be it. They could go for one straight push. 20 seconds on the dead timers. That's the quickest one. That's ATM. ONIC are booking it.
Can they do it? Can they do it?
Dude,
They're going for it.
They have the minions. They have CW. I feel like they can do it.
They can do it.
Boots is just tanking. The minions are
5
going
seconds.
in. The minions are going in. ATM is up. No. The minions are here. The minions are here. ONIC, I don't think they can end this.
Oh my god, what was that?
This is how you start MSC, and the crowd are loving it.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We'll take a look at the instant replay here in just a few seconds. But that was so close to the end for both of the teams. But we got to mention Boots here.
Boots, not only was he dealing damage, acting as a front line, but he was actually, just main objective for him was taking the minion aggro so that it does not come into range, while also simultaneously building those stacks on these opponents, getting so much damage, and Maniac on Uranus. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Dude, the Ionic Edge. But the thing is, I saw the interaction. We talked about this before the game starts. I saw Donut using the Wind of Nature. What can that do against the Uranus? And this is one of the reasons why you want to pick up the Uranus, just because of the magic damage. Sure, you got Wind of Nature, that's a cool item and all, but I clearly don't care. Burn X Splash starts the Lord. Kyrie starting super low. ATM soloing everyone. He's gonna go down. No, he does not. No, he does not. D7 saves the life of ATM.
ONIC were able to hold on, but with this Lord coming in, it should be an evolved one this time around. I don't know if they can.
I don't know either. I guess their only solution at this point is to try and go for a split maybe, but even that is difficult to attain. Taking a look at the in-game items here in the 18th minute of the game.
Interesting choice here for Kyrie as well. He's going for cooldown. And again, also the Rose Gold Meteor, so he's forced to kind of build a bit more defensively as well. But I honestly feel like the damage is just not visible. This high and dry is completely negated because Burn X Flash have been playing just fully front to back, all 5 together. Now, I feel like ONIC actually cleared the wave in a way where they actually are forcing Burn X Flash to split, and this is their chance, but they have to be careful.
Boots super low. He still has the immortality. It hasn't been popped just yet. Real one manipulation turned on. Kyrie gets caught. He still survives. ATM couldn't do anything. Boots has his immortality pop. T-Boy, the front line goes in. He's gonna get taken out. No, he's still alive. CW is standing base there. Double kill for Kyrie. Kyrie wants to go for more. Okay, shadow kill enough to get 3. Kyrie right now, Donut is low. Boots, does he want to get a triple kill here? He sees C-Cat. C-Cat, where are you going? Unstoppable for Boots. Boots is saving ONIC right now. Chuma running for his life.
Donut.
No one sees Donut. ONIC, they're out of their base. No one's protecting it. Donut goes in. Donut, do you have your Wind of Nature? Do you have your Wind of Nature? Do you have your Wind of Nature? Donut 1v1. Game-Boy is there. They can't do anything.
They end the game.
Oh my god.
Game goes to ONIC.
The yellow porcupine strike first in an intense battle against the Cambodian representatives. What game was that? That was insane.
That was Mobile Legends, baby.
Amazing.
And oh my goodness.
What an opening match.
That's how you open.
Love it.
We mentioned earlier that, there's no way we can open any other match. This is the match to go for, and man, did it deliver. ONIC were brought to their knees before they climbed back up against Burn X Flash, and it was one call, one mistake from Burn X Flash that ultimately led to their demise. ONIC were able to completely just take control of the game even, and remember, they didn't get the Lord right after that team fight. They went straight for the base. The Lord was actually secured again by Burn X Flash, but they weren't able to utilize it properly because that wave management, that little thing that built up to a massive W for ONIC in the bottom lane. They cleared it out first, therefore kind of just calling it off. The base, that push.
I gotta say, man, I kind of feel like I understand how it feels to be an ONIC fan right now, how it feels to be a Burn X Flash fan right now, because that's just the first game, and I'm sweating. I kind